All right. Anastasia, we are gonna talk about the Two of Swords today. Can you tell me why you picked the Two of Swords?
So the Two of Swords has always been one of my favorite cards. I actually almost got a tattoo of the Two of Swords, but then my friends talked me out of this, which I think was probably good for that time being. We'll see what happens in the future. Because so in like the classical decks, what I really like about it is that it seems like a very peaceful card. It seems like a very meditative card in like the Rider Waite and the Thoth traditions. When I look at it, I just like see a lot of balance. But I also think that it's fun to see the different interpretations of the card and the readings that other people have. So, like in your deck, for example, I'm looking at it now. And so it's inner conflict. And I can definitely see that because you have one loon kind of going that way and the other loon kind of going that way. But I feel like that can be interpreted as either conflict or opportunity, right? So, like,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, so really, like, I mean, they might think that there's conflict, but if they change kind of their mindset, they'll realize that they have two different wonderful opportunities in front of them going left or going right. They have like this great water that they're floating on, they have the open sky, they have everything they need.
Oh,
um,
that's so cool. I love that. They're also kind of covering both directions for prey for fish. They're both looking in
yeah,
different, covering different areas, working together like that. That's cool.
yeah, so I really like that. There are some tarot decks that I think interpret the Two of Swords also as not being able to move forward in any way. And like that doesn't really resonate with me because I feel like that's not what the card is really about. I feel like the card is about like, I don't know, kind of being in your head and figuring out where to go there rather than actively moving, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. I like that. Uh, Anastasia, can you tell me other decks that you like or other decks you read with?
Yeah, so I think that like typically my favorite deck to read with is the Los Scarabeo deck. I don't know if you can see that. It's supposed to be like a mix between Rider Waite, Thoth, and Marseille, but I feel like it's very Rider Waite based. Like for example, this is the Two of Swords in that deck, which I would say that's like a prettier Rider Waite.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a cool deck.
Yeah, so it's really cool because when I read from it, I feel like I don't need to look anything up. I don't really even need to think about the cards because just the vibe of the cards really conveys all of the meaning that you need. Like, just very clear.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Are there spreads that you like to use? Or are there different kind of approaches to the readings that you do when you do that?
So, Matt, it really depends on like how stressed out I am. Because if I'm just like chilling, doing a reading, then I typically do like a 3 card spread. And with that, the first card is what are the emotions surrounding the issue? The second card is what is like not the objective truth, but what is actually happening here? And the third card is like what's next? What should we do? What should I do? Like, how should I think about the future of this? But that's just, a normal day. If I'm stressed out, then I like bust out like as many tarot decks as I can find. And then I like do a 3 card spread in each one, or I like start getting into like Celtic cross type of situations, which typically, like, I don't know, when I first got into tarot cards, like 10 or 15 years ago, I did more complicated spreads, but since then I realized I don't really need that
Yeah.
until like
Yeah.
stress hits. Like the last time that this really happened was about 2 years ago. I was like buying my condo and like home ownership well, I don't really like believe in capitalism. And so like the concept of home ownership was really stressful to me. So I like was sitting on the floor, just like doing tarot card spreads, being like, am I making the right decision? What am I doing with my
Ooh,
life?
yeah, yeah. Did it help?
I mean, I'll go with yes. Let's say yes. I don't know if the tarot helped or if like the wine that I was drinking while doing the tarot helped.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course like different decks, because so your deck I usually take with me whenever I'm going hiking or to the woods or nature in any way, because I feel like the cards resonate there more. Um, then I don't know if I'm feeling dreamy or something. I have this deck called the Dream Keepers Tarot, which is really cool. So like this is the Two of Swords on that deck, and
Oh, that is cool.
it's really fun. Um, but that definitely like has a place when I have more artsy vibes, I guess.
Awesome. Anastasia, anything else about the Two of Swords we should mention?
Like, especially the Rider Waite interpretations just have this feeling of serenity, right? So it's like there's the woman with like the babbling brook behind her, and like I think the moon, at least the Lo Scarabeo one has the moon, and just like chilling with these swords with a
He's
blindfold, like
blindfolded. Yeah.
completely at ease. And I don't know. I feel like anytime I meditate, that's the goal. Like my goal state, that I feel like at ease but protected. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Anastasia, this is so good. Thank you for talking to me about the card. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I love your deck. So it's always a pleasure to get into some tarot stuff.